Hi, everybody. Okay, so today's topic. Today's topic. Why am I going on? Let's stop. Okay, so today's topic, I'm going to be Toya's topics. Is that what we're gonna call it? Toya's topics? I don't know. But so anyway, what we gonna be talking about today, you guys? Today we're going to be talking about celibacy, abstinence, who's participating in it, do you believe in it? Hey, I personally have not participated in any sexual activities like that since August of 2022. So, and for a long time there, I was saying, I'm celibate, I'm celibate, I'm celibate. So like, it's January 2024. So February 2024 will be 18 months for me. And I kept saying, I've been celibate for this long. I've been celibate. Well, I was watching some videos on TikTok and, just trying to see where other people are coming from. That's, around the same, age as me, other Black women in general, just kind of see how many people are celibate, or the other definition, abstinent from sex. So yeah. And then I also kind of looked at a couple of the guy things, but of course I'm going to focus more on the girl or the female's version of it, because I'm a female and I'm abstinent or celibate. We're going to go through the definitions now and figure out which one. And so I kind of want to know what other people think too. Please send like a comment if you have any questions about my process. Like how long I've gone, like, so it'll be 18 months in February. Do I have like urges and stuff like that? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Nah, don't ask me some of the questions. Y'all know what's appropriate and what's it. Send me something inappropriate and I'm going to block your butt. Now, if you're a female and you're coming with a real question, okay, then we can talk. But so the first thing that I went ahead and did, because your girl did do some research. So what we're going to establish right now is the definition of what I've looked up for abstinence and the definition of what I looked up for celibacy. So first, let's start with celibacy, because that's what everybody typically, when I hear people, and I've been saying it for the last year and a half, like, I'm celibate, I'm celibate, I'm celibate. Well, I listened to a TikTok thing and the girl's like, stop saying you're celibate, you're abstinent from sex. So here is the definition, and we'll do a couple of definitions of celibacy, okay? I'm so excited. This is going to be one of my first topics. Okay. So let's see. What does it mean if you are celibate? Okay. Celibacy. Okay. One says celibacy, the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations. And that's from the Oxford Dictionary. So it says abstaining, which is the word that we're about to look up next, abstinence, abstaining from marriage and sexual relationships. Another one that we have on here says, what is celibacy? Celibacy is the practice of not having sex, but not everyone defines celibacy the same way. Some people abstain from all kinds of sexual contact, including kissing and holding hands. Others only refrain from sexual intercourse. Okay. So I'm just going to put mine on. I've kissed. I haven't held anybody's hand like that, because I haven't been like dating. I feel like once you start, like, you're in a relationship, then you guys hold hands. I don't know. But I have kissed some people. But that's it. Nothing. I don't see nothing wrong with a little kid. Nah, you still got to watch out for these kisses. These people's crazy. Okay. You could be doing something crazy earlier today with somebody else. That's why I don't even like the kissing thing. And maybe I'll go into a story about that with somebody that I kissed and then tragedy. Okay, let's go into abstinence. Okay, abstinence. So from the Oxford Dictionary again. So abstinence is the fact or practice of restraining oneself from indulging in something, typically alcohol. Okay, that one's talking about alcohol. I started drinking again after 6 years of abstinence. Wow. That's kind of crazy. I haven't had alcohol for 5 years. as of January 14th of this year, 2024. But that's what it has. Another one says abstinence is the practice of self-enforced restraint from indulging in bodily activities that are widely experienced as giving pleasure. Most frequently, the term refers to sexual abstinence, but it can also mean abstinence from alcohol, drugs, food, and other comforts. Now, let's say, what is abstinence in a relationship? People who are absent and choose not to have sex. Abstinent, it's hard for me to say that word. Choose not to have sex. The official definition of abstinence includes not taking part in vaginal, anal, or oral sex. However, some people practice abstinence by only skipping one or two of those types of sexual activities. I ain't done none of them activities in the last 18 months. Bam, bam, I'm safe. I'm safe. I get it. So I don't know. I guess it just depends on what you want. When I hear the word abstinent of something, I do think more of like alcohol and like other things, not really sex. I feel like when I hear the word celibacy, the first thing that I think about is, oh, they're not having sex. Like, that's the first thing. But I guess based off of what they're saying, the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations. And I want to get more into that a little bit too, but probably not on this one. But are they saying that you're not going to, because the way that the girl explained it on TikTok, she was pretty much saying you're not trying to get married and you're not trying to have sex, none of that. And I want to get married. I don't know if I want to get married. Oh, gosh. I don't know. I've been married and divorced. I've been engaged. That didn't go like finish. So I don't know how I feel about that. Does celibacy include kissing? Oh, it says celibacy generally means abstaining from sex, usually penetrated sex. Ideally, that would also stay away from things as kissing, cuddling, snuggling, and touching sexual parts. What? I don't know about all that. Can I get a hug, man? Can I get a cuddle? Can I get a cuddle? That's crazy. But you're not getting the nookie. No cookie. No cookie, no nookie, no cookie. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, so we kind of figured that out. You guys tell me which ones you guys figure you are. I still consider myself celibate. I'm not having any penetrative sex. I'm not doing no oral on nobody. None of that's happening. So yeah, I still feel like I'm still a portion of celibate, but I also understand that some people may look at that and be like, no, you're just abstinent from sex. You do at some, I'm not going to say ooh, you got to be the right one for me, baby. Because I don't know if I want to get married. There's a lot of stuff that comes with that whole process that I don't know if I want to deal with it. So, okay then. And just to kind of restate some stuff, your girl is 40 years old. I'm not, I'm getting the young guys coming up to me because, I held on good. Your girl held on good. But I got these young kids coming up to me and they are like all about trying to do stuff. I'm like, dude, I don't even know you. Who's the last person you'd have messed around with? Like, if I was to even think about kissing you, who did you kiss last week? That is a concern to me. Are we serious? Okay, so anyway, I'm going to show you guys some of these TikToks. And I'm going to pop back up either a part of the video or after the video and kind of give my perspective on what they're saying. You guys stick around. Let's see what else. Let's see what people is talking about in these streets about celibacy, abstinence, not having sex. Why a lot of us black women right now are like, you can't get the goodies. I think women in general are like, you can't get the goodies. And I also feel like that has a lot to do with, too, we have a lot of narcissists running around here. Hey, we can't call them that because they say you can't. But we have a lot of different kinds of personalities from these men that is just kind of making a lot of us women take a step back and say, let's hold up. Let's wait a second. So we talked about the differences between celibacy and abstinence. I feel like I still am considered celibate because I'm not planning on getting married. I'm not even looking at a relationship right now. Because these boys ain't loyal. These men ain't loyal. Okay, anyway. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and show you these TikTok videos and some of these YouTube videos. And you guys tell me what you think. Okay? Okay. Bye.
Black women. I know men, especially, I know you've heard it. Women, I know you got friends who be saying it, you be like, she should be giving that shit away long as she been doing it. Now she want to be. All these black women around 50-something years old want to say they celibate. After all these years of fucking and skin, now all of a sudden you get to this age, you celibate. What are you saving it for? Ain't no more babies coming out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And ain't too many men just gonna wait around for some old ass. I'm just saying, on some real shit. Most of them done hold their way so hard that once they get here, they like, celibate. I asked one girl, I said, what you doing, selling a little bit of it? I mean, I'm just saying, nigga, come on, man. That shit be tripping me out. These motherfucking old ass motherfuckers want to get to 50-something talking about, I'm celibate. Okay, stay that way. Ain't nobody gonna be. Your value goes down as you get older on some real shit. I don't know who y'all think gonna be waiting around for some cobwebs. Hashtag real spit.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Is he serious? He must really be serious. First of all, and I don't know, maybe I'm responding for a lot of women, but I wanted to do both aspects of it because a lot of the times, even when I was speaking initially, I'm talking about the positives and, why I went celibate and, just different things. So I wanted to give the perspective of a guy and see what they have to say. And this is what they're saying. And I don't know how old this gentleman is, I can't really tell, but his TikTok name has gray beard. So I'm assuming he's an older gentleman. So I'm just confused at how he's going to sit here and try to tell us about some old cookie and his stuff old and wrinkly and hanging and sagging. What is going on? But aside from that, back to the celibacy portion of that. I feel like a lot of women now will look at a man like that. I'm looking at him. Everybody looks at appearances. I'm looking at him. I'm not going to say I know him, but based off of how he's speaking, he's not even the type of person that I would be talking to. He's not the type of person that I would be interested in even sharing why I'm celibate, And so a lot of us women who are in that position, we wouldn't even probably be talking to a gentleman like him. But it comes down to the fact a lot of the times women don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. So then we just say forget about it and we just be by ourselves. We've gotten enough heartache and heartbreak. You say, oh, well, what are you saving it for? Well, somebody that's not going to break my heart every day. And then they make that like it's a well, every guy cheats, or you gotta accept it. We're a man. No, women don't want that. So what I'm gonna do instead of being out in the streets and just giving it out to every Dick, Sam, and Harry, I'm gonna hold on to it in hopes that one day I would find somebody that I really, really care about and I can share that with. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm not gonna let this random who really don't care, because he's talking so generalized, like he's like, oh, y'all women need to stop trying to hold it from me or hold it from us men, that I'm going to save it for I wouldn't give you that. Why would I give you that when I might have a king sitting over here waiting for me? Right? Okay, women, we done with that TikTok. Next one, let's see what else we talking about. Let's do something positive this time from a perspective of how women are viewing it in a positive way, okay? Actually, guys, we're going to switch that up. So I was going to do something positive, but no, this is what we're about to do, because pretty much what the other gentleman was saying, here's a female who's going to pretty much explain to you how a gentleman like him will talk himself out of even getting anything from a female and why a lot of females are celibate. Now, she then goes into switching on other stuff and how she doesn't want to be celibate or whatever the case, but a lot of you guys be talking yourselves out of it. A lot of you guys, by the way that you carry yourselves and not being healed, end up talking yourselves out of it. But let's watch this TikTok, okay? Let's watch it. I'm going to go ahead and get it started right now. Hold on. Because I've already watched it, but I want to be able for you to...
So some of you may know that I haven't had sex with a man in February, it'll be 6 years. And people always ask me, like, how did you do it? How has it been so long? Like, women have needs and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, when I first started, it was for religious reasons. I was trying to be a good girl and do the right thing and all of that stuff. And 5 and some odd years later, it's so easy that it's like, I'm not even trying to be a good girl. Like, if a nigga came along and said the right thing, he could probably get it in 3 days. Not even gonna lie. You might want to get out of here now. But it's like, these niggas make it so easy because they be cornying their way out of pussy. Like, these niggas really have nothing else to offer but money. Like, I've dated so many men with money. I've gotten so many things and still didn't want to give them anything because all they have is things. Like, I am an intellectual person. I like deep conversation. Like, I want us to be able to talk about everything. What books are you reading? Let's talk about politics. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about religion. Let's talk about family. Let's talk about things that matter, substance. And they don't be having nothing to talk about. Like, have you ever met a nigga whose personality is being a nigga with money? Like, these niggas have nothing else to offer. So, like, when they're complaining about us only wanting money, what else do you have to offer? And if you have nothing else to offer, you definitely got to pay like you weigh. Like,
now, your girl does not agree with
at this point, it's
I
like,
do not.
I'm begging to meet someone who can intellectually stimulate me and have me tingling with just words.
Exactly.
I
A
ain't met a nigga yet.
sapiosexual. Look
Like,
it up.
At this point, it's like, is 10 years gonna come? Is the hole gonna close all the way together? Like, is it gonna close back up and they're going to have to, like...
Okay, so for that one, that was interesting. I mean, so when you get towards like the end of what she's kind of saying, what I wanted to play hers second because hers goes back to the first guy that we just watched in the TikTok. Like, just the way that he was speaking, just by how he was like carrying himself, how he was talking about women, like, that's him talking his own self out of stuff. Like, and that's just on like a general level. But in regards to a female, like, for me, somebody who has been celibate, for you to take it so lightly and be like, oh, what are you saving it for, blah, 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 when I've waited 18 months, it's been almost 18, next week will be 18 months, that you're like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. It does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it's very important to me. And I think the person that I end up being with will think that it's very important as well. So I don't know, but she kind of spoke on that. Then she was like, is it going to close up? I don't know nothing about all that. I look at it differently. They try to say, oh, it's dried out. No, it's just marinating. It's just marinating. Let me stop. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to something positive, because I felt like she kind of went negative. And I'm looking at the pros and the cons of it, but I don't know. I'm so pro celibacy right now. It's going to be a fight. Let me stop. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next TikTok. I'm a hot mess.
April of last year, I decided I was done. I decided that count me out. I have been just, a lot of us have just been in constant interaction with people from, like, you know what I'm saying, our teenage years. I was tired, and I decided to go on this celibacy journey, which I urge everybody to, at some point in their life, embark upon, because you learn so much about yourself, about what you want out of that deep physical interaction, what it means to you. Like, it's just so much deeper than what we are really taught and exposed to. You know, we are really like the pornography generation, and all we've seen is performing. I mean, I heard somewhere else, these are not my words, but to just like, you know, these are performances, you know, that look good on camera. This is not about necessarily how somebody really feels good or connects.
And a lot of these relationships, I feel like that's what they are. Like, I look on social media, and my whole point of celibacy is because I want a genuine connection. And we'll sit out here and we'll say, well, everybody's playing games, but no, there's actually people that are healed. You know, after my engagement ended, which was the last time I was intimate, I went through a healing journey, and it's been almost 18 months. So I want to look for somebody that's healed as well. So this is why the celibacy journey is such a big deal. I feel like when you go through that journey as well, you will also like learn things about yourself, do your own self-discovery. This YouTube channel that I'm doing right now probably has a lot to do with my celibacy. I feel like when I'm intimate with somebody, I'm dedicated to that person, which means that my life and everything is that person, that person, that person. And so I don't think I would have ever took the opportunity to come on a YouTube or come out and like talk about my life, or even look for other avenues to like, you know, grow myself. I don't know. I just feel like with the celibacy part of it, it takes that aspect away from it. I don't have to feel like I'm worried about, you know, if somebody's gonna break my heart, if I'm gonna get something, just different things. But I mean, there are cons to it too. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, sometimes your girl be like, please, I need somebody. But then I'd be like, do I really want to lame over here getting this goodie? No, I don't. No, I don't. So at the end of the day, I rather just wait. But sometimes it does get lonely. It's okay though. It's okay. For the amount of drama that I've had in past relationships, and not knowing if they're out here messing with other people, and thank God I've never had anything ever in my life, and I don't want that to be even an option. I don't want that to even be anything. So for me, my safe space is through celibacy right now, through abstinence from sex, through abstinence from a relationship, actually focusing on my own personal growth. Okay, next video. Okay, so this next video is going to be the perspective of a guy, another guy, kind of like the first guy that we had. But you know what? I'm just going to keep it real when it comes to when women say that they're celibate. And I don't know if a lot of people be telling the truth or not. Hey, can people please let me know? Like, are women out here lying about it? I don't know. Maybe they are. But this is pretty much how I feel like the guys think about when you say that you're celibate. And I'm going to show this video. And then I'm also going to show you this picture and this other video too, because it's absolutely ridiculous. But first, let's listen to this video, okay?
When a chick come over my house and tell me she's celibate.
So I had invited this little honey over to the crib to chill. We was sitting on my couch. I asked her, did she want something to drink? She was like, yeah. On my way to get her something to drink, she like, hey, I'm just telling you right now, I'm on a celibate journey. So if we start drinking, we ain't gonna do nothing. I'm like, oh, no, I ain't tripping. Man, when I got to that pantry, I was mad as hell. Like, why the hell she come over here if she wasn't trying to do nothing? Then I seen I ain't had that much drink. And I wasn't trying to share my drink if she wasn't trying to do nothing. So I hid it in my pantry. Then I came back out like, hey, I thought I had something in there, but I ain't even got nothing. She was like, oh, because that drink would have probably got me a little looser. I'm like, well, hold on. Let me see if I got something else in there. So I went back in there. I'm like, oh, yeah, I found something. Man, I pulled up a drink. I handed it to her. Next thing I know, man, she had got tipsy and left. Knew I shouldn't have gave her my...
Now, we already know. First of all, that is literally... Now, we already know that is literally how these guys think. Like, I don't know. They don't want you to be out here and be like, you need to take me out, you need to do this, you need to do that. But then they getting mad if you come over and you tell them you don't want to have sex with them. Like, if you come to my house, you're supposed to have sex with me. That's absolutely absurd, dudes. Are you guys crazy? What's wrong with you? The hell's wrong with you? What are you thinking? Like, I don't know if anybody has really sat down and had a conversation with you gentlemen that think, and I've talked about this in my video travel journal, which is on one of my other playlists, but like, the mind frame of some of these guys that feel like because they hang out with you or because they take you out to dinner or because they do this, that you owe them a piece of you, and then because they took you out or because they invited you over, that's absolutely absurd. And then if you're in a situation where you're a female like me and you've been saving it, you don't want to give it up to somebody on Netflix and chill. What are we talking about, guys? Come on, let's be a little bit realistic, okay? Like, for real. But yeah. So then there's also this video that you'll see of this guy laughing.
I meant choking.
Pretty much it says took you out on a $300 date and finding out that you're celibate. It's the same mind frame. Do you guys want a female that is abstinent and, you know, respects herself, or celibate and respects herself and is not out there giving it to everybody? Because I feel like that's the kind of woman y'all want to marry, but that's not the type of woman y'all out here banging. So us women that are being celibate and abstinent, we're in the house. That, you see where I'm at? I'm at my house. I ain't nowhere else. I'm just at my house. So, oh no. That's why I don't be going over to nobody's house. And I don't drink, so they can never get me with that. Whenever I go out on dates, they get so frustrated when they find out. They say, you want to go out to the bar? Let's go to the bar. I say, oh, well, I don't drink. We can go to the bar, but I'll be the DD because I don't drink. Then they be like, how else can I trick her into the bed? How else can I get her loosey-goosey? Loosey-goosey. Nope. I'm 100% aware of everything at all times. You're not going to get me with that trickery. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to do another video. I don't know if I'm going to do one or two more, but let's see. Now I feel like I got to do two more. Okay, next video. Let's go. Okay, let's listen.
Ladies, tell a man you're celibate until marriage and watch how funny he get with you. I was waiting for somebody to come out with this comment because I told my friend this about 5 or 6 years ago. She said, well, I don't know if you really like me or this, that. I said, tell him you're celibate until marriage. And watch, give it a week to a month. And still, hey, you want to go out on a date and this, that? Because when some people spend money and they realize that, oh, I'm not going to get any sexual benefit from this, they will get real funny with you. Now, this is not all. This is some, obviously. But watch, you will quickly, within a month, know, ooh, this person really does not actually like me. They want what I can give them in that kind of way.
No go.
Some men will actually want to get to know you. Oh, okay, you're celebrating marriage. Well, I respect that. Hey, you want to get to know each other? Maybe we can date for marriage, and that's cool. That's perfectly fine.
Exactly.
But then you got some others that will sit there and be like, ooh, well, I can go find something else. And then,
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. Like, I brought it up to people, you know, every time I go out, I'm just letting them know. Even when people approach me, I'm like, just so you know, I'm not having, I know that's probably a turn off, and that's probably why I don't have anybody talking to me. But it also deters all the weirdos. It also deters, like, dang, she's not gonna, there's no point in me wasting my time. And most of the times when I'm in the club, I tell the guys, like, hey, I'm celibate. Listen, you don't even want to waste your, I don't even drink. They'll be like, you want to drink? I'll be like, I don't even drink. You don't even need to give me, I don't even drink. You want to give me a Shirley Temple? That's usually what I get. But, yeah, so, and I'll tell the guys, like, I'm celibate. You don't even want to waste your time with me. Like, there's like 100 girls up there that are drunk that you could probably take home, which isn't good. Hopefully they're aware enough to know what they're doing. Did you guys just hear that? That was my dryer. You see, I'm washing clothes too. Your girl is getting stuff done while I'm doing this. But there's plenty of girls, not even drunk, just plenty of girls just looking ready to mingle, get the party popping. I'm not getting nothing popping. I'm not coming to your house. I'm not doing any of that stuff. So usually when I say that, the dudes are like, she's a prude. They run off. But I feel like it also deters the ones that are just trying to get in the pants and be like, no, you have to go. But I mean, most of the time, when I go out to the club, I don't be out of the club looking for nobody. Usually that's when I'm traveling in different cities and states. I'll check out the spots out there, but I don't even be at the clubs here in my hometown, which is in Omaha, Nebraska. I be sitting in my house. Somebody tell me what to like. Anyway, look, I'm getting off a topic. Y'all see how I be getting off a topic? But yeah, so I feel like I put it out there at the beginning. And if a guy is really cool with it and he really doesn't try it, then I'll pursue to see like, okay, he's actually interested in getting to know me. And the crazy thing about it, guys, if you're celibate and you actually aren't having sex with these people and you're just getting to know them, most of the times, which is kind of sad, but I am also a healed person. Most of the times, within the first 2-3 weeks, you'll know if that person's compatible with you and you wouldn't have wasted having sex with them. Like, how many times do people go back and they be like, you know, you have sex with somebody, you met them, I don't know, whatever, 2 weeks, a month in, 2 months in, you guys have sex. Then a month later, you end up finding some stuff out about them. And you're like, dang, I wish I didn't have sex with them. Like, that's how I feel now about celibacy. Like, no, I want to get to know you before I make a decision like that. You don't know what kind of energy people are carrying, none of that. So, and I do believe in that kind of stuff. I feel like energy is just transferred. So if you got somebody that's not a good spirit and they don't have their mind focused on the right stuff, and then you're letting them as a female that's celibate, and if you guys really want me to do a topic on male semen retention, then okay, whatever. But as a female being celibate, I have to be very careful because I don't want to bring somebody into my life that is unhealed, because if they are unhealed, then what's going to end up happening, though, I feel like that spirit, that energy is going to enter me and it's going to throw me off. And I felt like that before in my past relationships. I'm not going to call nobody out, but I felt like that before, especially if those people are having sex with other people. And so what we're going to end that one on is me showing you guys this video of a lady talking about that, like the transfers of energy and spirits and all of those things. Something that I do believe in. Doesn't have to be everybody else's belief. Just another perspective to look at. All this stuff is just my opinion, my reactions to people's videos, and pretty much my life experience in it, okay? So one more, and then I'll close out with the celibacy topic, okay? Okay?
Stop giving these niggas your good coochie. Now, before I get into the video, make sure that you like this video and you share this video, okay? Now, once you realize that these men don't deserve your body, your energy, or your good coochie, it's way more easier to refrain from sex. Now, I will say this, sex is very sacred and sex is meant for procreation. So if you find yourself in a situation to where you are engaging in sexual activities with somebody that you don't trust, somebody that you constantly got to stand on business with, or somebody that might be engaging in sexual activities with multiple people, you might want to refrain. Getting to know somebody before you let them touch your body and get your good energy and your good coochie will save you a whole lot of misery. This is why I decided over a year ago to refrain from sex and make sure that I'm using my discernment and making sure that I'm thinking logically with who I share my body with. So as women, we are the receivers and the men are the givers. So whatever that man is going through mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, financially, he's about to bring all of that energy onto you. And depending on how many partners he have outside of you whatever those women are going through, or men, because nowadays you just never fucking know. That's all about to come on to you. Do also know that when you allow a man to release inside of you, that will always be inside of you forever. Forever. I don't care how many times you cleanse, whatever. When a man releases inside of you, he will always be a part of you forever. Part 2 coming up.
Wow. Okay, so, and especially like that last part where she's talking about like, you know, especially if they are using unprotected sex with you, which I don't understand why that is like a whole thing right now, but I am 40, I'm at a different age, you know, than a lot of this. But hey, I've also heard too, the older crowd, like I think 45 and like to 60 now, they're getting a lot more of the STDs because they're kind of out there like that. But anyway, going back to what she was talking about. So yeah, I believe in that. And I was taught when I was younger, like my mom always told me, she's like, be very careful who you're intimate with, because their energy and a part of them will always be a part of you. So I was very cautious. In this last, especially this last 7 years, has been very, very particular people. Like the last person that I was with, I was engaged to. So that's how serious I take it. But yeah, so women out there, listen. So we're gonna throw a couple things out there. If you are celibate and you're a part of the journey, please like make a comment and let me know like what your journey process has been, and if you recommend like anything, or if you have any advice for people that are trying to become celibate, that would be great. If anybody has any other topics about celibacy that they want me to talk about, you can also list that as well. And I'm pretty an open book, but if you get out of hand, then I'll cut block next. But so back to what I was saying anyway. But yeah, when it comes back to like the celibacy portion, I think that it has been a positive thing for me in regards to my personal growth, me focusing on myself, not being in a relationship. When it comes to us women, we are very emotional. And so even though we'll say, oh, it's just sex, oh, it's just that, it's really not that. And just like the lady was stating in the last video, like a part of that person is with you. So when you become intimate with that person on a consistent basis, then you're going to automatically build feelings. And that can put you in a very, very bad spot. So for me personally, I feel like celibacy is the best option if you're not in a committed relationship. It just stops a whole bunch of things, like, you know, pregnancy, STDs, toxic relationships. It's a way to kind of bring everything back to square one. And I feel like, I don't know, the pros always outweigh the cons when it comes to that. So, but yeah, to me, if you can focus on, when my whole goal behind my celibacy was to focus on my own personal growth, become a better person, and actually save myself for the person that I actually want to be with. So I don't know. We'll see how that journey go. And if anything changes, I'm an open book. So ain't no shame in my game. Ain't no shame in my game. But you guys, let me know how y'all feel about the TikToks that we watch. How you guys feel about celibacy from a man's perspective or a female's perspective. The positive parts, like anybody that has any positive things to say about it, I feel like it can really open up your own self-worth, your own self-growth, all of those things. Celibacy, I felt like, and me traveling, I did a lot of traveling, but the process of me just focusing on myself and not giving that energy to another person, physically, mentally, or emotionally, has made me a better person. So, yeah. 18 months. Let's go. You guys, tell me what you guys think. I don't know. Just wanted to show you some of those videos. Thought they were kind of cool. Thought you guys might like it. Stick around for more topics. I have so many things I just randomly talk about. Okay, bye.